All right. All right. Good morning, and good morning, Sister Deborah, prophetess in the wilderness. And you know what? That's all right with me. Coming again on this Deborah platform with another message. And I will say this is a lovely, lovely early morning. It's early, y'all, in which the Most High Yah has made, and I, Sister Deborah, shall and I will rest therein. I want to come to you kind of covering some more information regarding life is not black and white. And I'm going to pretty much go into a different topic, but I'm going to also ride on what I spoke about yesterday, the last video, how life is not black and white. Life is not what you eat. Life is not what you wear. Life is not let me see. It's not what you eat. It's not what you wear. It's not how you tie your head. It's not your fringes. Life is not the things of the outer man. Life is the focus on the inner man. And this is what took place in Genesis 1 and 2. They left life and the power behind, and they took on the characteristics of the ways and the understanding and the smearing of man. And this is how easy it was for man to go in and smear things to get people off what you would call the righteous path that was set before us in the beginning. The beauty of the righteous path is when he showed you that he had two trees. The perfect tree was sitting right there all the time, just as it is today. Praise somebody, y'all. The perfect tree was forever present then in the garden as it is today. And as easy as it was for there to be other trees and the perfect tree sitting in the midst and the tree of knowledge and good and evil, the only man that existed on the face of the earth that was given the commandment broke it to just step into the tree of knowledge of good and evil. So I want to say to you, when I speak of life is not white and black, is because that's what the world is made up of, white and black. Okay, it's made up of everything on the outer man and nothing about the inner man. If we only speak of the things that we are willing to embrace and accept and see and hear in our natural being, then what about the spiritual being who created all of it and brought it to existence? Then how would we learn of him if we caught up in us, which is flesh? You see? So I'm just trying to say to you, I'm going to add in what I was talking about yesterday. I'm going to kind of go in and out, because I want you to understand a little bit about, and I'm talking to that one. I want you to understand that the way that you are being taught is to set up everything in the form of black and white. Okay? Let me show you another example. You know, I made a video about there's no fallen angels. Okay? There's no fallen angels. And the reason why I'm telling you all there's no fallen angels, because the way they characterizing and the way that the world and those who say that they're awakened and those who say that they are Christians and all these different beliefs that really thinks of the fallen angels, they see it in the natural, how would I say it, in the natural form in which they have created in their own thought pattern. And that they made it. They made it black and white. They made these fallen angels what they want it to be. Never thinking, wait a minute, if we say that there's fallen angels, then who gives us the right to say that angels are falling even as we speak onto the earth to bring all this chaos. Let me explain something to you all. Life is not black and white. It doesn't lie. It doesn't kill. It doesn't steal. Life doesn't steal, kill, destroy. Matter of fact, let me wrap this to you. Life don't see color. Life don't see male nor female, white or black, or life is not caught up from the flow up in which the things we are caught up in. That's not life. We're caught up in flesh and calling it life. So to say that life is not black and white, it can say a million things, and it really is a good way of bringing it into a parable realm, but yet still resting it on a spiritual end. Bringing it in on a spiritual and letting it go out in the spirit, but touching the basics of it in a parable in a sense. But it's spiritual. It's facts. It's facts in the spirit realm. While we're down here seeing colors in the way we see color, heavens don't see it like that. That's who life is. See, we forgot the true life. And we made it the life in which we are willing to accept in our flesh. Because we made it black and white. We made it about how I dress. How I don't wear makeup, how I don't wear jewelry, what I eat. Okay? My fringes. Let me show you how powerful deep it is. Let me put a chain around my neck made out of wood when the Father have already wanted us to understand. Do not put this stuff, for it cannot serve him. Why put his name on wood? Why? Why are we putting his name on wood? His name don't belong on wood. Wood cannot praise him nor represent him. But we do it because we set in our minds that everything is black and white. And that's what make it right. Okay? So we talked about the fallen angels a couple of videos. And again, life is not black and white. That means you can't put fallen angels anywhere you want them and how you want them and the way you want them. Oh, there's some today. Oh, it was some last night. And this is what the world has, entertained. Not understanding that when he said it was finished, it was finished. Everything was created according to how heaven had orchestrated. It was already set from the beginning to, let me show you. In heavens, it was set from the beginning to the end. So the way that it was set up in heaven from the beginning to the end. You always hear it said that I am Alpha and Omega. You hear people say the beginning and the end. When I'm a prophet in the wilderness, taught from the wilderness level, I'm taught by the Holy Spirit himself. I understand him to be he that was, he that is, and he that shall be. That's covering it all, even the center. He that was, he that is, and he that shall be. Well, the world might call him, he is the beginning to the end. He is Alpha and Omega. What's the difference from the world saying he is the beginning to the end? He is Alpha and Omega. Then the way Sister Deborah was taught it in the wilderness. He was, he is, and he shall be. See, I covered all ends. Nothing is left open. But when we bring it to black and white, he is the beginning to the end. He is Alpha and Omega. What took place in the center? Which is. You see? And that's the time even what we're living in. And I say to y'all, he was, he is, and he shall be. I wore that thing out when I first started on YouTube trying to get people to understand that's who the Father is. He was, he is, and he shall be. Meaning he covered it the whole overall. Not just the beginning to the end, but even that which is in between. You see? So again, when I understand him, I understand him to be all that and some. That means the beginning, he was, he is, and he shall be. That's what he means to me. Okay? So he's not black and white. Okay? I look at him as life. I don't look at nobody outside of who he is, which is the life. The breath of life did not come from Yeshua. The breath of life came from the Father, the Creator. So I want people to understand life came from the Father. It was his image and his breath that he gave everyone born of a woman. That's why born of a woman, to let you know that these clones, they're not born of a woman. You see? So it allowed you that to not add everything into it. See, it's a lot of things that people bypass because they made life, which is the breath of life of the Father and his image that he's given everyone born into the earth. And there is times where he called it the light. He called it the light. And he put it in men. You see why? Because they're carrying the sperm, which is the lowercase light that when enter into a woman, it brings the lowercase light, which is another human being with a spirit. Okay? So that's why it's very important that y'all be careful, like I spoke yesterday, of listening to men in this day and time. I wouldn't advise anyone to really climb on top of the men that's out here teaching, and especially those even on YouTube. People who've been on here for so long, stay away from them, y'all. Let me tell y'all why. Because they're just going in circles. They're chasing their own tail. And I just thank the Father for how he's bringing everything to the forefront. Why? Because he got to cut up from the floor. And that's what he's doing. And I like the way he's doing it because he's starting off real easy. The reason why I say real easy, because I'm from the wilderness. I've seen it at its worst. So if I'm sitting here still able to do videos and not be in eyes crossed and going crazy, let me tell you, he's taking it real easy. But if it gets any worse to me than what it is today, and the way it was taught to me from the wilderness, look, y'all ain't got nothing coming. Okay, so I want to share some things with you, but I first want to show you a video from a man that was teaching this morning, and I wanted to talk to you about the fallen angels. It is a life as we know not. Let me put it like that, because life as we know not, because we never learned it through spirit and truth. We learn it from the mouth of the flesh of men, okay, and women. So therefore, we just out there. That's what I try to explain to y'all. Y'all just out there. And today something came to me, and I'm going to speak on it as if I have the authority to do just that. But when you're saying fallen angels, there's no fallen angels. It's like, don't forget, you guys, we're in a dome, okay? Everything that the Father has created for us, it is finished. It is the end. It was, it is, and it shall be according to the way heaven has already orchestrated it. So when you think of fallen angels, it's pretty much better to just say that not fallen angels as angels coming down to do destruction. Okay? It's just speaking of these are people, spirits who have lost their first estate. How about I said they lost their first estate and has already their ticket to the lake of fire. Okay? Because that makes more sense. And before they can go to the lake of fire, they first and foremost are on the earth to go and enter in and to the spirits that come down here to represent the seed of Satan. Okay? So people don't understand everybody's already written from the heaven in one book, in the book of life, or in the in the Lamb book of life, or in the books to the lake of fire. So if heavens had already orchestrated that before people got down here and before the spirits got down here, why is it all the spirits has been assigned already? They are not going to buckle up. Hear me now, y'all. They're not going to buckle up. They're not going to fuss, fight, curse. They're not, you all, the false prophet and the Antichrist and the devil, Satan himself. Go into Revelation chapter 20, and I think it's Revelation chapter 17, Revelation chapter 18, no, Revelation chapter 17, is it Revelation chapter 20, where you can see the beast, the Antichrist, and the false prophets. They're not buckling up against the Father. Why are you? Why are you in the flesh buckling up against the Father? Because you are the serpent seed. You can't see yourself past your flesh because you have believed that things are black and white. You don't see life. Just as I explained to y'all in the beginning. And this had taken place probably 4 years, no, about 3.5 years, trying to explain to people about the power, who the power was, who the power is, who the power going to be. I had to do that throughout those years because I realized that they really don't know who the power is. They really don't know who Christ is. Honestly, they don't know who Satan is because Satan has no power outside of what flesh has given it through their heart, mind, and strength. That's why the day that he has, the Father have given him some extra authority. That's it. He said in Proverbs 16, verse 4, I created evil, yes, for the days of evil and wicked. That means that for the day of evil. He letting you know he has actually given Satan a day so that he can cut up from the floor. And we're in that day. We're in that day. And in my mind, I be like, Father, but why they can't see it? I've been saying to people, do y'all see what's going on? I be like, Father, they. He said, Deborah, this need be. Because in my mind, I'm thinking where I'm at in the spiritual walk, everybody is at. No, they not. I had to realize when he said, but I created a lane for you. Then I had to get in that lane and realize, look, baby, you got a lane. And I'm going to break that lane down to you all. But when we say fallen angels, these are angels that would never take on their first estate, which was heaven. You see? Which was heaven. But they've been down here on the earth. Then there's those that was chained up in the uttermost darkness. when you hear him in Revelation, from Revelation 1 all the way to the end, you hear him going to the bottomless pit, sending angels from heavens to go down to the bottomless pit. He's sending them. And no one is talking about when the angels that the Father is sending with the key to open up the bottomless pit. Ain't nobody even talking about it. Instead, they talking about his fallen angels all over the earth on here causing people to do the things they doing. No, baby. These angels, these seeds that in these people that's causing them to do it is the seed that was in them when they were born. They lost their first estate. And the fault, and not the fallen, but those angels that was with him that came to the earth, they helped enhance their seed. That's why he was telling them, you going to have your seed and I'm going to have mine. Born of the flesh or born of the spirit. Because when you're born of the flesh, you're born to do the things that pleases, pleasure, honor, uphold your flesh. But when you're born of the spirit, you seek after the things. Sister Deborah been on this devil platform trying to teach you all spirit. But you can't get people to understand that. And it's not meant for you to get them. It's just meant for me to stay in my lane. That means keep speaking spirit and truth. Because if the Satan got 1 billion, at least I can have one speaking my truth. And it made me feel good today. Because I heard 2 people talk today. That's what that is what made me, bam, get on this platform and speak. Speak that spirit and truth. Because when I heard them speak, I was like, I had to go back to the spiritual mindset of the Father. Who am I? I had to check who I was this morning. And I'm going to show you what I mean. So the fallen angels is not angels. It's no such thing. He checked Satan in Genesis chapter 3 and 15. He said, you're going to have yours, I'm going to have mine. You see, you're going to have yours, I'm going to have mine. Satan ain't got seeds outside of the seed that the Father gave him, that the Father already had written in the books for the lake of fire. Those are the seeds that he has to work with, to do the things that he desires. They have lost their first estate before heaven and earth was created. Okay, y'all? And they're being born even to today. It ain't that they're just coming here and deciding to get into this lane. No. It's just like a lot of you all. You waited till you was elderly before you really even seek the Father. You waited till you were your age that you are. Some people run when they sick. Some people run when they ain't got no partner. Some people run to the Father when they ain't married and they ain't got no children and their kids are gone. That's one of the scariest reasons why people run to the Father's bosom. All the wrong reason. But Sister Deborah tell you, at the age of 4, I was already at his bosom. You see, I know who I am. I don't need nobody to tell me. Okay? And I don't need nobody's praises. All praises to the Most High, Ahaya. 24:24. Now, there's no such thing as fallen angels. He is not getting Satan the power to have angels falling from above. Stop being stupid. You can go in Revelation and see how Satan was chained up by one angel. That angel chained him up, muzzled his mouth, and bound him and put a seal on him. One angel. If the Father thought Satan was that powerful in his eyes, he would have sent a whole legion of angels. He didn't need all that. That's us clowning, giving Satan all this power, all this authority. Same thing with the beast. We're giving this beast all this authority and all this power because that's how we are on the earth. We look at everything as black and white. And the worstest thing we look at that's black and white than anything on this earth is life. Life is not black and white. So all this trash, y'all making these beasts and these animals and all these things coming, and don't understand that you're making these things to be that was not, but yet is in your mind, because you made life black and white. We made things about race, about color, about nation, but failed to make things about life. Who is life? The Father. He is the light of life. He is the breath of light. He is the spirit of light. We have his image of his image, which is life. But we give him no. And it's okay. Don't think because I'm talking, trying to get you to understand and to embrace what I'm saying, because it don't matter. I'll tell you what, I got the, how would I say? Thank you, Father. Thank you. I appreciate that, Father. Thank you. I got the biggest donation that I know that I can receive, that I ever received. I got the biggest donation that I ever received. I give praise to the Most High Yah for who he is, who he was, and who he's going to be. And it has truly, truly, truly blessed me. So I come to you to say to you, you didn't harm me. You didn't hurt me. Because when your hands was away, in a sense, your hands off, he had his hands on. Praise to the Most High Yah. Thank you, Father Yah. So I say unto you, all this fallen angels and all of this, as I told y'all back in Genesis chapter 6, I really feel sad that the people made this here big old thing about the fallen angels and took it out of the area where the true sin was, in the flesh of men, having daughters. You notice it didn't say mothers or women, having daughters, men having daughters, selling them. That's what you see today. A whole lot of it all over the world. It's all coming out. All coming out. And it's not coming out to stop. It's coming out to get worse. But he's showing you that this is what it means when it says the days of Noah. When the Roman Catholic went in there trying to smear it, they only wanted you to know some things. But what the Father did is made sure that those that are of the spiritual seed would understand what was really took place during the days of Noah. Because when Yeshua came in on the scene, he came in and started saying exactly what they were doing, the truth of the matter. Yeshua didn't come inside. Now I'm going to show you how y'all wrong. Let me show you how y'all lied and how y'all live a lie. And y'all have taken life and y'all made it black and white. When Yeshua came on the scene, it's spoken in Matthews, John, Mark, and Luke, in how it's going to be like the days of Noah. It's going to be like the days of Lot. I want to say something to you all. When Yeshua is speaking of this, he's trying to warn those special people of Yah that those end days is going to go like the days of Noah, and going to go like the days of Noah and the days of Lot. And these are the signs. Notice when Yeshua gave us the sign of the days of Noah and the days of Lot that's going to take place in the end days. Notice he didn't say nothing about a fallen angel. Notice he didn't say nothing about giants. Notice he didn't say nothing about none of that. But he did say what the men were doing. And what did he say? The number one thing I told y'all, marrying and giving in marriage. Because back then, that's what they called marrying and giving in marriage. Giving. You give me money, I give you her. See, they were giving daughters away to the men. Selling them. Buying and selling. They were buying women and they were selling women. Yeshua came, that's you all. That's the mystery that the Father said that was given to the prophets. I didn't hear the prophets speak on those levels, but I am a prophet. You might say when you're a prophet, you say you're a prophet, but those were the prophets of yesterday. No, baby. They didn't speak what I'm speaking. You see? That's what a lot of people don't understand. He wanted us to take on what the prophets of yesterday were saying, but he told us don't miss. He didn't tell us. He's saying in the spirit realm, don't miss the prophets that I've sent today. Because they need to break these things down to the mindset today. Because you can't go into the prophets of yesterday and think you're going to nail all this information. I'm going to send you the prophet of that day to help you along. Let's go. Revelation. In Revelation chapter 10. And we're going to go, let's go to verse 6. This is John. This is verse 6. Revelation chapter 10, verse 6. And swear by him that liveth forever and ever, who created the heavens and the things that therein are, and the earth, and the things that therein are, and the sea, and the things which are in therein, that should not be, that there shall be time no longer. That's why I explained to y'all, time been over with y'all. Because y'all placed everything in life into black and white to where you can't see the life of the spirit realm. You can only see the living of the flesh and not the life of the spirit. So here he's talking about even all the things that he created. And then he says that there shall be time no longer. The Father told me already, it was about 2 years ago, the devil, it's no time. I said, what about season? No, baby, it ain't no season. Meaning the season in the spirit realm. Now, we still have the fourth season, but you notice even the fourth season is tampered with. You notice the fourth season is not like the fourth season in which it used to be. You see what I'm saying? I remember as a child getting snow in November and Christmas. You see what I'm saying? I'm saying November and Christmas. November and December. I remember, because Christmas it did snow. And even Thanksgiving it did snow. That's back in my day and time. Now you're going to get nice weather during that time. When I say nice weather, 50 degrees is decent weather. You see? And I'm telling you, the season in the spirit realm, it's over, and the time in the spirit realm is over. We missed it because we didn't have the respect for life. We took everything and made it black and white. Meaning we made things the way the flesh desired to see it and understood it without understanding that we missed life and what it stood for. So what did it say? Now listen to this. In verse 7, but in the days of the voice of the seventh angel, when he shall begin to sound, he began to sound, watch this here, the mystery of Yah shall be finished. The mystery of Yah is finished, y'all. When Sister Deborah tell you it's finished, it's over, I'm trying to get y'all to understand where you at today. Because what people don't in this day, what people don't understand, they trying to ride on yesterday, especially the biblical. They trying to ride into Torah, trying to ride way back in the end. And baby, let me tell you something. What we are experiencing today is greater than Torah can even digest. So therefore, It's so important. Listen to what he says in verse 7. Revelation chapter 10 and verse 7. But in the days of the voice of the seven angels, when he shall begin to sound, the mystery of Yah shall be finished. It's over, y'all. If you don't hear what Yah has sent to speak, so what? It's over. He is not finna sit and play patty cake, baker, man. Oh, baby, what's wrong? What you want me to do? What you want me to give you? What you want to have? What you want to be? The Father know people are caught up in family. And he already done told them probably it's a good 50 verses telling you I'm coming to separate family. Because in life, they don't understand when Yah says separate family, he's trying to put like the wheat on one side and the tare on the other. In the family, there can be wheat and tare. And you'll never have a balance of peace, happiness, or joy, or ever get to know the Father. So he comes to bring the sword. The sword can be the word, which is him. He comes to bring it to divide the tare from the wheat. I'm bringing it to you as low as I can in the parable. Because people seem to not get it in the spirit realm. So when he said there's two in the field, one gonna be taken, one gonna be left. Two on the mountaintop, no. Two in the house, one taken, one left. There's gonna be 5 in the household, 3 against 2, 2 against 3. He's dividing what he did it to Satan, what he told Satan. Your seed and my seed. Father against son against father, mother against daughter, daughter against mother. All this. And he even stepped into the mother-in-law because he knew the flesh of us is going to always put the flesh before his spirit. And anything that is spirit and truth. I'm a living witness as a prophetess as a prophetess in the wilderness on this devil platform. I think that honestly, my turmoil is being around and amongst people who ain't got sense to recognize who's who and what's what. They go outside and put their shoes on the wrong side when they go out the door. And they thinking they got it going on. I got my shoes on right. That means your steps is messed up from the floor. You see? And they think that, and that's why I know that this is a devil platform, because it seems to capture the minds of those that represent the seed of Satan. They don't understand. You telling them there's a body of Hamashiach and the family that it divides, that the Father divides, one on one side, one on this, is dividing the tare from the wheat. That's another example. Showing you the difference from the spiritual and from the flesh. The flesh being the tare and the wheat being the spiritual. But they don't get it. I don't care how you bring, I sat here and done it. How low you bring the parables, they just don't get it. And you know that they don't get it because they won't support the fact of the power of the Spirit. And the simplest things that Father said, try me at my word. They won't even try him at the word because they are the seed of Satan at the movies, listening and watching the message of Yah. That's all it is. Sitting in darkness, going to the movie theater, sitting, eating their popcorn and drinking their soda, and listening to the words that the Father is sending. That's all it is. That's why I say this is a devil platform for sure. Because they can hide. Just like, what's that thing called they doing? The dating service. Same way. Identical. People are hiding behind these medias and these dating service online. You don't know them. They don't know you. Everybody's finding a way to lie, to hide really who they are. And they don't understand that Father know who you are because he given the equipment to know who you are. I know who you are. And don't have to say anything, not a word to you for 1,000,000 years, but I already know who you are. It doesn't matter. Okay? Now listen to this. In Revelation chapter 10, he says, verse 7, but in the days of the voice of the seventh angel, when he shall begin to sound the mystery of Yah, Now he's sounding the mystery of Yah. He's getting, no. The seven angels, when he began to sound. Okay, when he began to make that seventh angel, when he begins to sound, the mystery of Yah will be finished. It's finished, y'all. It's already finished. It's been finished. Listen to what it says. The mystery of Yah should be finished as he has declared to his servants, the prophets. He didn't say of old. He didn't say the prophets of yesterday, the prophets of Torah. He said the servants and the prophets. We are the one that's holding the mystery. I know it. You'd have made life black and white. That's the only way it's going to be right to you, if you make life black and white. Now, another thing I want to say to you all is that, again, there's no fallen angels falling down here causing these things to happen. All of that is a lie from the pit of hell. All of that is a lie from the pit of hell. Let me take you to Revelation chapter 9. In Revelation chapter 9, verse 1. And the fifth angel sound, and I saw a star fall from heaven unto the earth. You see that? A star. The angel sounded the trumpet and saw the star fall from heaven onto the earth. And to him was given. Who gave him the keys to the bottomless pit? Thank you. So you know where he's coming from. The kingdom. What is he doing? He has the keys to the bottomless pit. Verse 2. And he opened the bottomless pit. See, and these things that's coming out, they coming out of the bottomless pit. So how are they coming from these demonic things coming from the bottomless pit, and they falling from heaven too? Who is these that y'all say falling from heaven, if the Yah is using all of his servants from heavens at the kingdom to open up the pit every time? So how are all of these here falling? They're not falling. They're they coming from under the earth. They coming from out of the pit. Yah is opening up the pit to bring these things out, you guys. So who is these fallen angels on the earth causing destruction? The angels that's calling destruction are those that are the seed of Satan already. You came here like that. It's no need for angels to fall from heaven. There's no need for us to have fallen angels when man is the wickedest of the wicked. Man is wickeder than the fallen angels because they are the seeds of Satan. They're in his game. They are members. And it's the majority. I'm just going to throw out a number. If there's 100, 80 of them is going to be Satan's seed. 20 going to be the spiritual seed of the Father. I'm just trying to show y'all how if Satan got 80 seeds walking around in human bodies, and the Father got 20 in the spiritual realm, why do we need fallen angels? Come on. Come on. Come on. You can't explain it, can you? Don't make sense, do it. That's a myth. And that is also where people take life and they make it black and white. Black and white mean they make it flesh and blood. They make it the way the minds of the flesh, the mind of the wisdom of the flesh, not the mind, the wisdom of the flesh, the knowledge of the flesh and the understanding of the flesh. And they crank it all in with their emotions, their feelings, and their personal opinion. And they call it what it is. And it is not. There's no fallen angels. Because the Father ain't suffering fallen angels to fall down on earth. And he down here in Revelation opening up the pit 24 for all kind of plagues to come out. And here you is talking about they falling. Only angels coming down, it says. And the fifth angel sound, and I saw a star fall. See, they messed up from the floor up. They calling, I'm telling you, he say, Deborah, when I say right, they say left. When I say up, they say down. When I say light, they say black. He said anything he say, they switched it. The reason why I want y'all to consider what I'm saying is, let's go to another step. Let's go to another step. Okay, let's go to verse 7. Revelation chapter 7. And after these things, I saw 4 angels standing on the 4 corners of the earth. How are they standing on the 4 corners of the earth? Okay, that means the 4 corners consists of not round. You know the earth, they say is round. But the 4 corners mean north, south, east, and west. That's 4. That's where they at. Okay. Now, notice they are standing there. Watch this here. On the 4 corners of the earth, holding the 4 winds of the earth. They holding all the wind. Each one on the south, each one on the north, each one on the east, each one on the west is holding the wind. Who is allowing these angels to hold the wind? The Father. They are angels. Look what it says in Revelation chapter 7. And after these things, I saw 4 angels. You all, these are angels. And the world is teaching people who are not in spirit and truth, is teaching people the fallen angels. Everything Father is saying in Revelation is consists of angels coming down to do the work and the plagues of the Father. Yah is sending them down to do his work. To open up the pit, to hold the wind, to bring on the hurricanes. But then they turned around and said these are fallen angels coming to the earth because we have these troubles. No, baby, humans are fallen angels. Angels, fallen angels, in way you want to call fallen angels, is the seed of Satan. They're in many of you. You all are seeds of Satan and don't even know it. And because you don't know it, or you reject it, or you don't own up to it, you just call them fallen angels. When we'll say they fallen angels, they come in here doing all this. They doing this, they doing this, they doing this. These fallen angels doing this. Oh, the fallen angels causing this to happen. Stop lying. It says what it means, and it means what it says. Life is not black and white. So when they said that, they're trying to do what he told would come and do. Deceive the whole world. And Satan is not deceiving the whole world as much as humans that are of his seed is deceiving. They're doing the work for Satan. What happened to all these humans and all these seeds of Satan when it was time for him to be chained down in the for 1,000 years? Where is his game? Where's his ace? See, y'all don't know who y'all playing with. What happened to Satan? Let me go here. Revelation chapter 20. See, these Negro men, they can't answer these sort of questions. Listen to this. I want y'all to hear this. Revelation chapter 20. And I saw an angel come down from heavens with a key of the bottomless pit and a great chain in his hand. Does it say angels? 1. Watch what he about to do. And he laid hold of Satan. That one angel was able to lay a hold of Satan, that old serpent, which is the devil and Satan, and bound him 1,000 years. Tied him up with the chain, y'all. And cast him in the bottomless pit and shut him up and sealed and set a seal on him that he should not deceive the nations no more until 1,000 years. And after that, he must be loose. This is the order of one angel that Yah sent to do this to Satan. Now, I said if there was 100, 80 would be the seeds of Satan, and 20 would be the seeds of the spirit of Yah. Why ain't them 80 helping Satan not to be bound? Why ain't nobody coming helping Satan? The Father sent one angel with the keys, chain, the seal, and told him to bound him. All by himself. That one angel came down there to do that. Where is Satan's seeds? Those that's on his side. Where are they? See, y'all forgot. No, forgive me. You didn't forget. You don't have spirit and truth really in you to know it. You eat from this movie theater in which Sister Deborah speak on. You have nothing embedded in your spirit. Because here it's sitting here telling you all Revelation from Revelation 1 all the way to the 20th, 22. It tells you the Father's plagues is going to be sending things down from heaven. Keep an eye out. This is life. This is the power of him that holds the breath of life. And we have an image of him in us, which is a spirit. That's what life is, y'all. While y'all running around here thinking you know what life is, you don't know what life is, because that's life. It's upheld with spirit and truth. So look how it took one angel. Revelation chapter 20, verse 1. I saw an angel come down from heavens with the key and of the bottomless pit and a great chain in his hand. He come down to what? Who is the king of all lies? Who is the one that controlled the tree of knowledge and good and evil? Who is the one that deceived the whole world? It took one angel to chain him up. Do y'all see how y'all giving Satan all this power that he never had? And forsaken he that holds life. Didn't give him no glory, no honor. He's not do anything, but Satan do it all. But look what's going on in Revelation. Okay? So when you get to Revelation 7, it tells you about the four angels. And after these things, I saw four angels standing on the four corners of the earth. Behold, they were beholding the four winds of the earth. Beholding the four winds of the earth, that the wind should not blow on the earth, nor on the sea, nor on the trees. Look at the power he's given to the angels to uphold the wind. Tell me how in the wrecks behind, if all these missions from the heaven of the kingdom is coming down for the plagues and for the tribulation, but yet Satan is the power behind it all because he got fallen angels down here. All this murdering, all this killing, all this sex trafficking, all these wars, all this lying, and them trying to kill you through food, water, and everything. They already set it up. They reset everything when they muzzled your mouth for 2 years and put you in your house and close down the system. Before you can restart or reboot or reset a system, you have to first close it down. They did an excellent job. They did an excellent job. And when I used to say to you all during that time, the first 2020, I said it's like a woman in travail, because they were allowing people to go through all of this. And once that, in a sense, the child was birthed, they had the birthing of that child brought forth to set the system. They reset it. That's brought the birth of the child forth. Their will to reset everything. They did it successfully. You go to all these police departments, they'll tell you when they laid off and got rid of a lot of them and made everybody think they were quitting and they were doing it. They got rid of a lot of them. Fire department, all of them, they'll tell you. They cut everything down. They started up a whole new system on y'all tails. And they should have. Since so many of y'all wants to be the seed of Satan and run around here pretending you the seed of y'all, he said you're going to be tried by that fire. We're going to see where you stand. So something made me feel really good today, because I heard someone say exactly what I've been saying in the last 3 years. And when they said it, it just done something to me. It was a female. But when she said it, I said, oh, okay. Somebody's watching my videos. The father, let me show what the father said. He said, no, they ain't watching your videos. It's just that they never had what I gave you. That's why you got a lane and they don't. You know, like the prophetess Deborah. She sat under the tree and the whole house of Israel came. Well, that's what they should be doing with you. That's what they should be doing with you. Because if they got a little and they don't fully understand it, come to you. You one got the lane to run in. Now one of them can tell anybody, and they've been on this devil platform 20 years and can never say that the Father called them and told them in their spirit as well as in their natural, I created a lane for you. Your lane was created to be exactly what you are, identical to what Deborah in the Bible had, of the whole house of Israel. All this time I've been saying to y'all, I'm a prophetess for the house of Israel. The Father do as he pleased, just like he had the four angels in Revelation 7 to hold the winds back. And what did he tell them? Hold up. Don't let don't let the wind go. I need y'all to do something else first and foremost. And he sent that message down with a fifth angel of the west. Go down there and tell them from the west. Go and tell them to hold it, those winds, until they have sealed minds in their forehead. My servant. He didn't say seal the house of Israel or seal what I was about to say, or seal Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob's seed. He didn't say that. He said seal. Listen to what he said. My servants. That's a powerful word. Because the house of Israel is not the Father's servants, y'all. It's those that are in Israel that is the servants. It's not Israel, you guys. So 99.9 of y'all running around here, especially those on YouTube. You ain't going nowhere. The Father already tried you by the fire, and you serve yourself in your household. You serve yourself and yourself and yourself and yourself. I can't even imagine me being a mother serving just myself, not taking care of what the Father trusts me with. When the Father give you children, he trusting you going to take care of those seeds in the order in which he has given them to you as talents. Take care of them. You know what I'm saying? Yes, he gave the Father the in a sense the upper to be the one that teaches them all things, and to teach them, to teach the children, to train the children up. It was only in righteous. It wasn't in the way that your mama trained you, your grandparents raised you, the way you came up, the way you think, the way you function. That's not what it's saying. He said, train them up in the way that they should go. And if you don't know the way, then you can't train them up in the way they should go. Why? What happened, Deborah? They took life and they set it as black and white. And they ran with it even to today. Thinking they doing something because their children is being raised by them and the Father. Baby, that's not what he's talking about. No. That's not what he's talking about. Train them up in the way they should go. Only one way, and that is the righteous way. And if the Father does not know what the righteous way is and where is it and where he can find it, he cannot train his kids up. That's why none of them offered to train their children up. They just went to house and was what people tell me, Deborah, my dad was a Rolling Stone, and they do it. They said it. My daddy was a Rolling Stone, and they do it. They say it happily. He got babies here. They think that's funny. They think that's okay. So if the men is the Rolling Stone, they going to house to house. Who houses are they going to? Women. Dropping loads, and the women thinking they going to stay. They going to be the Father. They leave them, they go to somebody else. They leave them, they go to somebody else. So who is the problem? It's not the women. They ain't doing them but sitting at home, trying to take care of home, while the men go to house and drop babies, never take care of them, drop babies, never take care of them, come here and beat her a couple of times, drinking and drunk over here a couple of times, all over the world. Does the tribe of Judah do this? But yet, they see nothing wrong. Every Hebrew Israelite so-called wannabe that's caught up in all these cults and caught up in thinking they are Hebrew Israelite and they're a true Jew, you a true fool if you don't know it. Because being a Jew, being a Hebrew Israelite does not make you nothing. if you have not understood spirit and truth and rest therein. See, that's them making life about black and white and never knew what life was. Most people don't. I say 99.5 don't know what life is. They didn't know what his power is. They didn't know who Christ is, even to today, year 2024, because they never went under the tree to Deborah. They never went to the true prophet. So as I was observing some things, I said, Father, this lady says she's a prophet, but she just spoke something. And that's what I've been saying all the time. She just spoke a few sentences, and I said, hey, she got it. I was glad she got that. Does that make her righteous in the walk? In my eyes, no. Because you can't just have pieces. Because what they're doing is they're being the head. They're being the head. Sister Deborah is a prophetess in the wilderness. If the Father told me this morning, you're like unto Deborah, Deborah, that's why you got a lane. He said, these people been on your devil, on this devil platform listening to you. And you can tell that those that are devils, because they haven't recognized, and you telling them that I gave you a lane. They don't give a rat's behind. Well, wait a minute. If the Father is giving her a lane, and she said the Father gave her a lane, and I've been listening to her, wait a minute now, what does this lane represent? It represents the space that Deborah had that caused Israel to come to her to be judged. You see? They don't get it, because it's not meant for Satan's seed to get it. It's not meant for Satan's seed to get it. So I was like, for her to be saying that now, why are they saying it now? Or are they watching the videos? He said, no, they're not watching the videos. They just got pieces. A little crumb here and a little crumb here, so a little crumb here. And this is what made me so happy. Let me show y'all something. It made me so happy to hear this. There is some things. Okay, hold up. I'm going to start it off.
Spiritual Israel, and we did part 1. Today we are continuing with part 2.
Come on. I want to show you all when I heard this morning. And this, wait a minute. Oh, and guess what else, you all? I'm learning so much about how Satan has the capabilities of interfering with anything like even what he's doing now. No, I'm telling you, I'm not going to tell you to delete all my videos. I'm trying to show them. Now listen to this.
Last night we talked about the mystery of spiritual Israel, and we did part 1.
Let's do it over.
Today we are continuing.
Okay.
If you guys were here last night, we talked about the mystery of spiritual Israel, and we did part 1. Today we are continuing with part 2. Now this lesson is so packed that I did not put the Paleo Hebrew in here because we have a lot that we need to cover. Remember, I told you this stemmed from one of our YouTube viewers. He posted a comment saying that there was no spiritual Israel. I think last night we made it crystal clear. There is a spiritual Israel. I went back and I looked.
You see? You see what that man's saying? Now, when I see stuff like that, he did a whole part 1, and this is his part 2. I didn't hear his part 1. I didn't hear his part 2. I heard just that piece because that was the beginning of his message. Notice something in the beginning of his message. Let me show y'all something. I want to show y'all something. I'm going to show you how you can be so out of reach to what is spirit and truth. Listen to what he said. And look at the topic of that word that's in yellow.
Spiritual Israel. And we did
you see mystery?
Today we are continuing with part 2. Now this lesson is so packed that I did not put
see that word mystery
in here because we have a lot that we need to cover. Remember, I told you this stemmed from one of our YouTube viewers, he posted a comment saying that there was no spiritual Israel. I think last night we made it crystal clear. There is a spiritual Israel.
Okay. Let me explain to what he said. This is what the Father said to me this morning that made me say, I'm finna do a video. I'm finna do a video. Because of the fact that hearing this man just say that, I didn't want to hear nothing else he said. Because the Father was trying to get me, which he has. Remember, I keep telling y'all, he keeps showing me this, teaching me this, teaching me this. I had no idea. What are you teaching all this for me for? Well, why am I learning all this here? Why do I have to endure? Why is it I'm the all that time through the water? Like yesterday, I was telling y'all all the stuff he was showing me. Y'all, it's because I'm like him to Deborah. I don't have to prove that to you. I don't have to say that to you. I'm trying to show you, or not to show you, because I can't. If you're the seed of Satan, that's just who you're going to be. You know, you mean life is not black and white. Okay? So this man, in the top of one of his, as he was speaking, you notice it said mystery. What did I just tell you in Revelation 10? Watch this here. In Revelation chapter 10, verse 7, but in the days of the voice of the seventh angel, when he shall begin to sound, the mystery of Yah should be finished. Told y'all. This young man is bringing up this topic about the spiritual Israel. Now, you got to understand one thing about this young man. The part that I heard about 15 minutes out of his message is he just now coming to realize that there is a spiritual Israel. And not only is it a spiritual Israel, it always been. I tried to explain that to y'all so many videos when I was telling y'all about when the Father was talking to Abraham and he was in the vision. Abraham was in the vision. What does that mean when he's in the vision? He's in the spirit realm. Okay? And when he was in the spirit realm, the Father went on and telling him about the stars in the sea and how he's going to have a child and going to be a father of many nations. And then I try to explain to y'all Pastor Dow, Straightway, and all these other cults. They believe in polygamy and all of this, but they don't understand. They fall in Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. They fall in their flesh and not their spirit. Okay? The mystery is Abraham has seeds in the flesh and he has seed in the spirit. Let me say that again. Abraham's seed is in the flesh and he has seeds in the spirit. So what did I say to you all? Probably in the last 6 months, this is Israel. He's bringing out of Israel spiritual Israel. That's what I told y'all. That man just uploaded this here less than, I think, 7 hours. But look how little Sister Deborah been telling y'all. This is Israel. He's bringing a spiritual Israel out of Israel. So while this Israel hooping and hollering, we the people, we the true Jews, we the chosen one, we Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, the Father gonna go in and pull out that small remnant of the spiritual Israel. This is what he's bringing forth to them. And the good thing about the difference between me and him, this man then looked in there and found 45 verses. I listened to him for 15 minutes. He brought 45 verses and he read the first 3 ones. And I was like, look at their Father, there it is. He said, the difference from him, I taught you. The wilderness is where I taught you from, a place of spirit. He learned it from who I am in him, taught him that. But look what hour we're in for him just now to get it. Is it important that the day in which we are in? No, it's not, because everything has been already orchestrated from the heaven. Is it important that Sister Deborah have a lane and she's a prophetess and she's likened to Deborah? Is it important today? No, it isn't. It's not important. It's over. It's finished. Okay? The only way a person gonna really know who they are, they're gonna see that if you ain't in the right lane with the right one that Father created a lane with, you ain't who you think you are. You can't enter in and get 3 meal deals and think that you all that and some because you're stealing. I would have never thought that that was stealing. But just listening to that other prophet, that prophetess in Israel, when she used to talk that, she used to talk, I used to get so sick of her because every time you turn around, she's talking about somebody stealing it. But it is true. It is true. They're not there to support you. They're not there to come into oneness with you. They're not there to see what Yah has invested in you so that they too can be assured they are who they say and think that they are. They're not in. You can't even get a conversation out of them. You can't ask a question and answer. You see, this shows you that you can be in a church for 1,000,000 years and still go to the lake of hell. And I'm not talking about a Christian church. You can be in the Hebrew Israelite for 50 years and been saying Yah, saying the name, studying Torah, and still be predestined from heaven to go into the lake of fire. The reason why I know that that cannot be the place of my eternal, because I have made him all that and some and above anything that I say, do, or think. I give him the glory, the honor, and the praise. I teach him identical to how Yeshua did. He come here telling y'all who the Father is. He didn't come here talking about himself. He come here showing you his miracles and signs, his power, his wonders, his word. Everything comes from the Father. That's our mission. That are the seeds of the Spirit. Our mission is not to sit up under those who are the seed of the Spirit and eat from their plate and walk away as if it's, how would I say it? As if you've learned the Most High so well that you can steal in every area you possibly can to build up on you. See, that's what people are doing on these devil platforms. That's why they lost without a cause. Because they're going to platform to platform to platform, building up on what they're hearing and trying to strengthen who they are. But the Father say, it's over, it's finished. No more of that. Praise the mighty Yah. So when this man was saying this, he was talking about, he had someone that messaged him and said, there's no spiritual Israel. That's exactly what I've been telling y'all in the last 6 months. These melanated men, they gone, y'all. They are gone. Because, no, the Father said 2 years. That's what he's telling me. In my mind, he's telling me right now, 2 years ago, he was telling them how the tribe of Judah was gone. Because Deuteronomy tell you, until you are destroyed, till you are destroyed, you ain't coming up out of here. See, these are things that a lot of them won't touch. But they can't touch anything in the way that they have set up life in black and white. You can only touch all rims of Yah's garment when you understand life and who it is and what it is and who holds all the power in that life, who holds all authority, who holds all word, who holds all spirit, who holds all everything. See, that's the problem with us. We deny his power. But those that deny the power, it's those that don't understand the life. It's such a blessing. I think one of the right hand, who the son of Yah is, the right hand, the stretched out arm, Genesis chapter 3, when he's telling serpent, the serpent seed and the woman seed, all of those are so powerful to me. They are the best of the best because it lays the total foundation of any and everything. I'm telling y'all, this is so real. You see, this is so real. And like I say, yesterday, he gave me that about life isn't black and white because he wanted me to understand that's what you see in the world and have seen throughout time. They took life and they wrapped around black and white. Everything is based on a nation, a color, money, savings, what I have, family, all of those things are wicked and evil. And I see why he brought the sword between father and son, mother and father, mother and daughter. Why he was saying 5 in a household, three against two, two against three. Why he said 1 in the field, 1 will be taken, 1 will be left. He just showing you and trying to get everybody to know your tails ain't going nowhere. And they running around here thinking that they can go to the movies and walk into a movie theater and listen with their popcorn and they drink and walk out. See what happened to you. You going to get locked up. Go into a movies and do that. The Father is like unto that. You either for the body of Hamashiach or you against it. And 99.5 are against the body of Hamashiach because they can't find their own place. They can't even find their own way. It's too much envy, too much jealousy, too much hate. All the things of the serpent seed rest in them to where they can't see spirit and truth. They can't see the things that rest in righteous, just, upright. In Yah, in spirit and truth. With the light in the right hand. They can't even see that. And it's okay. But it's not okay for me to stop speaking that spirit and truth because I don't have an audience that has the sense enough to grip it in spirit and truth. See, a lot of them think it's black and white. Oh, I hear it. I understand it. I got it. I understand spirit and truth. I got the light. You ain't got nothing. Because if you knew what the light was, and you knew what really what spirit and truth was, you would realize you ain't never had it. But he said, leave them alone. Because it's a game to everybody. It's a game. Okay, something else that done on me. Many things, you got a lot of death. They saying a lot of people are dying. Yes, it is. That ain't nothing new. Do they understand? Life is not black and white. Life hosts death as it is. Life holds living, breathing. That's who life is. Your breath you have. It gives you it and it takes it away. Blessed be the Most High or higher. So they're all over in UK and all over in different countries and here in the United States hooping and hollering about death. Everybody is looking at the fact that so many people are dropping. Did y'all not hear about the horses in Revelation 6? Come on now. Who you think this thing is going by? Your fallen angels? Ain't no fallen angels falling from heaven to come down here to be what you say they are. They're coming down here with all power and authority and keys to the bottomless pit to do what they do best, the will of the Father. Something you failed to do while you've been here. How about that? How about that? Okay, so when you look at Revelation chapter 6, and I saw when the Lamb opened up the seal, and I heard as it was a noise of thunder, one of the four beasts saying, "Come and see." Where are these beasts? They up in heaven. How about that? Okay. Verse 2. And I saw, and behold, a white horse, and he that sat on him had a bow, and a crown was given unto him. And he went forth conquering and conquer. And when he had opened up the second seal, I heard the second beast say, "Come and see." In verse 4, and there went out another horse, a red horse. The power was given unto him that he shall set he shall set thereon to take peace from the earth, and that they should kill one another. And see, he done sent out power. He done sent out power in the spirit. We calling them fallen angels. You see? See, he said that. He said that to me a few days ago. He said, Deborah, when I say up, they're going to say down. When I say left, they're going to say right. When I say black, they're going to say white. When I say white, they're going to say black. If I say right, they're going to say left. If I say up, they're going to say down. If I say down, they're going to say up. You can't win with them because that's their mindset, because they are the serpent seed. Another thing he said to me, that he already separated the wheat from the tare. That's what made me come to embrace the fact that he have already sealed his, which is beautiful. I love that, which is beautiful. So even in Revelation 6, these are all these things the Father is doing in Revelation 6, and we out here lying. All these things he's allowing to take place, which was set up in the heavens to take place in that day. We sitting here giving all the power to Satan. All fallen angels coming down here, doing all this evil stuff. See? They're not going to give the Father the glory even at the very end. He said it though. And yet they still did not believe. So you think I want you to believe me? You think I want you to believe me? You think I want Satan's seed to believe me? And I know it's a lot of you all out there. That's why I'm talking to the one. The one I'm trying to get the light to and spirit and truth. So they too may know what I had already had it right all the time. You see? So a lot of this that's in Revelation, all this is in Revelation. Man is calling all this stuff that's going on earth. Fallen angels is coming down here to do this. Or the fallen angels. And you got every prophet and prophetess speaking the fallen angels that's coming down here and all the stuff that they see in the fallen angels. You see what I'm saying? All because they have no respect, no understanding, no light or oil in their lamp to see life for what it is. They made it black and white. And that's what made it right to them. That's why I was saying, he said, wood and stone cannot worship him. But don't you see people putting on big old chain or wooden thing and putting Yah on it, earrings with Yah on it? Why are you doing that? Did you not read what he said? They don't believe it. It's nothing that he said, wood and stone cannot worship him. But we take wood and stones and engrave him on it, his name. But it's a good thing that they're doing it because the Father is just speaking to me as I'm speaking to you. He said that's because they're serving their serpent, because they're doing the opposite of what I said. I said wood and stone cannot worship me. What do? They get wood and stone, engrave a name that they want to say that is me, and they worship. So he said, yeah, they still about right. They about right in the flesh. You see? See, there's a right in the flesh and there's a right in the spirit. The flesh does what it wants as right, and the spirit does what it know that is right. So one don't know right, but it does it based on their flesh. But the spirit knows right, righteous, just, unjust, upright. And that's a big difference as well. So what also shocked me this morning is when you pull up and you see all these people talking about all these lives, young people are falling dead and all these people just falling dead out of nowhere. Duh. It was announced. It was announced in Genesis 6, telling you about the 4 horses. Okay? The world did the opposite, and they did what Satan has to do with his day. But they believed the world. But this is showing you how deep in their mindset is so messed up from the floor. The world told them, if you take this, it's going to take 3 years before it shows the death toll. And we almost in that 3rd year finished. And they hooping and hollering about the death. Why? It's because when Satan come out with his, he's really coming out to cover up what Revelation has already said. See, Revelation sent 4 horses out. And all of them was about conquering, killing, and destroy. When Satan pull up and do what his day is allowing him to do. You see? So everybody is caught up in a whole bunch of not knowing this nor this. But because you don't understand life, you won't accept what Revelation is saying. You're going to always accept what the news, the media, YouTube, Facebook, and Satan crew teaches you, preach you, and give you. That's the difference from you and me. Okay? To hear this man talk about a spiritual Israel made me feel good. It made me feel, even though if you had 100, at least one male can speak on that which is truth. It's good to hear that. See, I'm the type of person, I give credit to where it's due. It's good to hear that. And he did a part 1 and a part 2, and I thought that was beautiful. And then he said the mystery of the spiritual Israel. Sister Deborah don't come up to tell you it's a mystery. I just come up there and tell you he ain't coming for your tail. You ain't going nowhere. He's coming for a spiritual Israel out of Israel. You see? And I know you still don't get it. I can say it 1 billion times, you still won't get it, because if you are born of the serpent seed, you are of the serpent seed. See, a lot of people didn't know the seed was already in you. When you were entering into your mother's womb. When he said, I knew you before you was in your mother's womb, guess who he's talking to? I predestined you, I ordained you, every seed of Satan and every seed of the Spirit, the Father had placed there to be what it already was. Why you say that, Deborah? Because heaven had them already written before they was in their mother's womb. So Satan didn't even have a stand a chance when the Father wrote up the books with the works and the Lamb book. What was Satan? He wasn't nowhere to be found, nor do he know what's in the books. You see? So what the world is doing, they taking this book, they doing what they do all the time. That movie called Leave the World Behind is because they don't understand it. Life. They don't understand it outside of black and white. They believe that white rules. White is right. If it's white, it's right, even though they know it's wrong. But they willing to live and die knowing that it's wrong as long as it's white. Okay? Because white represents to them right. That's just it. You can't remove that. Now, what else was there? So I remember when this biochemical was out, and then they gave you it through when they did that, they told y'all straight out, just like the biblical sitting here in Revelation telling y'all, Satan told you wide open that I'm giving this, and it's going to take 3 years for the people to fall dead. They announced it. I'm a prophet in the wilderness, and I heard it too many times from the mouth of the Gentile. I'm the heathens. That when you this here, we're gonna know in 3 years, many gonna lose their lives. It's gonna show the number of those who gonna lose their lives. And now you're hooping and hollering. All these people falling, and everybody trying to figure out why are these children, all of them dying? What is going on? Shut y'all ugly mouths. Y'all was giving the thumb up. Just like in Revelation, he gave you the thumb up. But what you do, you put the thumbs down and went up to the world with the thumbs and what they are doing. And you still didn't have your thumb. They gave you the thumbs up, and you too ignorant to see that you're walking in the ways of the seed of Satan. And you okaying him. And you giving the thumbs down regarding what Revelation is saying. And that's going to walk itself up, and it's going to work itself out. Because that same one that's have given us this revelation to observe is the same one that gave the day to Satan to do as he pleased. And as he pleased, that is good, not as good, that is in the will of the Father. I like that. So I noticed something else that I thought that was kind of strange. When you get people on these other platforms that cater to what they say and really watching what they're saying, those are what you call, the world would call them Uncle Toms, Uncle, uh, Aunt Annette, and Uncle Tom. I just said Annette. Uncle Tom and Aunt Annette. They do everything the heathen tell them to do. And they trying to watch what the heathen say they can say and cannot, but can't even hear what thou said the Most High Yah, nor preach, nor teach spirit and truth. But they are so busy over here trying to be on pins and needles to keep that little check coming in. And I just thank the Father. But you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to look more so for what the Father was showing me in last night video. He says, see, Deborah, let me show y'all something. In last night video that I upload, a lot of y'all didn't get it. The Father judgment is on our melanated men big time. He's bringing all their wicked and evil to the surface, and he's going to kill them. They're going to die in the midst of our eyes. And not just them, but many. And he already started. Let me tell you something else I pulled up this morning. Pastor Dow. They demonetized him. That made no more money. Let's see how bad boy gonna be now. See, the way the Father is gonna do it, he ain't gonna say nothing. He ain't gonna say nothing. I send my prophet to warn 20 million times from yesterday to today. Meaning yesterday, the biblical prophets in the service, even the service in the prophets today. Tell you what, I'm gonna sneak up when you don't expect me, and I'm coming for you. I tap in. The first thing the Father would interfere with is your finance. If you don't believe me, that's why a lot of y'all tuning into Sister Deborah is going through a heap of financial difficulty. You're going through so much medication and sickness and illness, depression, all kind. You know what? Sister Deborah offered something, you turned it down. Why? Because you think it's about you, your feelings, your emotions, how you feel, how you want, how you do this, how you do this, me and mine. But the Father is showing you what's wrong with you. We are in that day. Why are you like this? What can you do to serve me in the condition that you're in? What have you done? You see? But the blessing in it all that he already had us wrote in and wrote out. But what people don't understand, the way you conduct yourself, even your mind, the way you think, especially your negativity thinking, shows you are the seed of the Satan. Because you can never think negative towards Sister Deborah when I know that I am not the seed of Satan. I know that without a doubt. I know that without a doubt. So I'm not caught up in that. If you so holy then thou, and you so upright, and you so just, where is your lane? Where are you schooled from? What did he call you to? What are you doing? What righteousness are you teaching and preaching? What light are you shining? And where is it being shined on? And who is it being shined in the midst of? All of these questions also separate the tare from the wheat. It separates the light from the darkness. It separates the righteous from the unrighteous. It separates Satan's seed from the holy seed of the Most High Yah. See, y'all just playing games. So Sister Deborah, hope you got something out of it. And I say again, I appreciate the Father allowing me to hear that man who said a spiritual Israel. I thought that I would live and die without hearing people really speak on something. And it feels good, even though a lot of things, I don't know what he's saying. I don't understand. I don't listen to him, really. I don't even know him. But I do thank the Father for allowing me to touch base in that area of hearing what he said. It did something to me because I said, but Father, I knew that already. I've been telling the people. He said, but Deborah, it's just giving you confirmation who you are. That's all it is. And then it was another one when this lady said this morning, I just heard her say it and I just shut her off. She said, and I'm going to tell y'all what I do. I've gotten to the point that I don't listen to nobody. Nobody. I didn't even listen to Pastor Dow. When he shows up on your YouTube, it showed my enemy is happy because I've been demonetized or whatever. And I was like, wow. And then when this man said that spiritual Israel, I said, wait a minute, let me listen to that. Because I said, that's what I've been telling the people. And like the Father said, you've been just talking to brick walls. But I'm glad I always told you, go around that bad boy, climb on top and get to the other side, lead them behind, let them do what they do best. Brick walls. So I thank the Father for telling me today that you are like unto Deborah. He have said that to me several times, but this time he's showing me how you're listening to them and you see you see what day we're in. He said, Deborah, we in tribulation. And people act like we in good times. Because they think they in good times. And that's the spiritual mindset. Did you know you can enjoy life right here today? You can't enjoy life if you don't know spirit and truth and don't have the light. So you walk around here and say, I'm in spirit and truth. I know spirit and truth. I have the light. That's not the life. That's black and white. That's life. Making it black and white. Because you making it what you say you know. But it's deeper than what you say you know. Because we say out of our mouth one thing, but how does our life match what we're saying we know? You see? So I thank the Father that he gave me this word yesterday about life is not black and white. Because when he gave it to me, I said, that makes so much sense. It's like instant. I automatically knew what he was talking about. And it was what I always felt about people. Because to really know life would be like the 10 virgins. One had oil and one didn't. The one that had oil, it wasn't that their light was lit. It was just what was invested in them before they got to the earth, which was oil, representing the Most High Yah. See, a lot of y'all don't understand. Even the 10 virgins, you really don't understand it. One had oil, another one didn't. That's all it was about. And it wasn't because one did something or got something or said something or accept something. No, it's because, now see, if it talked about more power in the light would be one thing. But it wanted you to know that they had something invested in them that they can light up from. And that was the oil. Something Yah put in them. So telling them to go get theirs or watch this here, you can go get you some, or if I give you mine, I won't have enough. It didn't make any sense. That shows you someone wants to come in and kind of make sure they take away the spiritual aspect of what was said. You see? Because what they had wasn't what they had. It was what Yah had given them. They couldn't give it to no one, no way. You see? So saying what I have, if I give you, I might not have enough, or give me your oil, give me some of your oil. No. That's not reality. But the one that wanted to mess up something to get you off balance of, like, I think for them to erase spirit and put soul, that makes you never will understand. Your spirit is going to stand before the Most High Yah. That was what was blown in you and gave you his image like unto his image. Gave you an image like unto his. It's not his image. It's just the image that's like his, which is a spirit. He gave that to you when he blew into you. 99 point trillion. Don't know nothing about it. Shalom and shalom.